do you just think people don't understand how bad critical race theory will actually destroy the church? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Doug, I think that's a good one for you.
Yeah. I've spent, I don't know, about a year now doing what I can at a pace of understanding critical race theory. And it is explicitly anti-liberal. And by liberal, in sort of the classical liberal framework of our society that we have now that actually works pretty well, it's explicitly against that. And so whether it's so closely tied to socialism, I think a lot of people can make that choice themselves, but it is a movement beyond just a legal theory that has deliberately taken over other fields of study. And the idea is to actually create activists. And you might want to say that there's like a small grain of truth in what they have to say, but they're making it the whole thing, and that's the only lens that you have to see. I'm not going to say whether there is a small grain of truth or which one that is, but I can't imagine there's not one thing you can take away and say, oh, okay, yeah, I agree with you on if you talk to somebody. But it's a major thing for the church as well, because not only is critical race theory sort of acting like a religion in so many ways, it's also very pernicious and anti-human. And so when you see church members really wanting to embrace critical race theory as just a tool, it's really disheartening because I don't think they understand that they're being the tool for critical race theorists.
Ooh, goodness gracious. That was almost a slam. Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay. What my input will be in this case will be what critical race theory is doing right now is providing a social framework or ethos for society. Say when you were young and you were trying to find yourself, not uncommon in the United States, Mexico, some of you guys might figure it out that I wasn't raised in the United States, probably. The usual way that was available in culture to understand that you have a problem of identity was usually looking up to some type of religion. And not even being specific about Christianity, but you guys understand the issue of being an ethos or a cultural background. Today, the solution is if you have some type of identity problem, therefore you should change your gender or you should change your body. So it just substituted the basic background in which we understand society. Instead of having Christianity as the basic background as we understand, the anthropology of society was just switched from Christianity to gender identity or whatever other things that come along. So yeah, it is a big issue. That's why I'm happy Doc has specialized on it.
That's a really prescient point because I'm assuming that most of us here in this room are believers. And the more and more that our culture drifts away from kind of Christianity being the leaven of our society, some other religion is going to come up and take that void. And so it is incumbent on us as believers to really step out there and fight a lot of this stuff. And I would venture to argue this, that LCI is poised to really help do that. And we can really help enable you to kind of expand your mind and your capabilities to do that. So that's, pardon the advertising specifically for a second, but that's what we're here to do.